Welcome to another vlog. I am on my way to New York today. It is about 4 o'clock in the morning. My flight leaves at, what time does my flight leave? It leaves at 7:05. My boarding is at 6:25. So yeah, I should probably leave a little bit before 5. So anyway, I'm pretty much all packed, but I wanted to show you those space saver bags that I was playing around with in my last vlog. So here's my carry-on luggage. So I have 3 of these bags here. I have, let's see. I have all of my clothing in these 3 bags. Sorry, I don't want to undo my packing here. But I've got 3 of those bags. I've packed the pump, of course. I've packed my Montclair raincoat because it's been very humid in New York and there's always the possibility of rain. And my Prada puffy mules are in there. So I've got pretty much all of my clothing on this one side. And then on that side, I have toiletries. And then I'm going to throw some of my tech stuff in here, probably my laptop. And I'm going to see what else I can fit on this side, because that will determine how big of a personal item I'm going to bring. I'm hoping to bring just my small Loewe puzzle bag that I picked up in London. And, oh, let me show you what I'm wearing. So, I am wearing my Simone Rocha men's blouse with my Everlane pants. And I'm just going to throw on my Birkenstocks so I'm comfortable walking. I will no doubt end up at the furthest terminal from the exit at JFK. That always seems to happen. So I need comfortable shoes. And that's it. I think I'm ready to go. I packed my Nira, my Precision Pro tool. And I don't think I've told you the whole story of why I'm going to New York. So my hairdresser in New York, Joey, he owns the Blackstones Collective, which is a salon in the East Village. It's on East 7th Street. Actually, what's interesting is I started going to see Joey for my hair right before I moved to Las Vegas. So most of my relationship with Joey has been seeing him whenever I'm in town. And so during the pandemic, it was pretty rough. But anyway, he owns Blackstones Collective, which is the salon, but he also owns Five Wits, which is the name of the like products that he carries. It's like his, collection of hair care products. Anyway, he is redoing his whole site for Blackstones and Five Wits, and he asked me to be a model for his website. So it's pretty ironic. I'm going to be a hair model. I think he's using me specifically because I have undyed hair. And of course he wants like a wide range of, hairstyles and hair types and things for the site. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm just flying in. When I get in tonight, I am getting my hair cut by Joey. And then tomorrow is the photo shoot all day. And then I'm hoping to have dinner with a good friend of mine that I have not seen in a very, very long time. We need to catch up. And then I'm leaving the next day. So it's going to be a very quick trip. I'm very excited though. I have never been a model of any kind for anything. So yeah, so this will be fun. And it's always good to get back to New York. So I'm excited for that. I'm not excited for the weather. Everyone keeps talking about how hot and muggy it is in New York. I mean, I'm fairly used to it, but I've gotten used to the weather here, which is extremely hot, but extremely dry, which, I don't know, some would say is more comfortable. Anyway, we'll see what happens. So that is it. I'm gonna kind of close up my suitcase, bring it downstairs, and finish packing. Well, home sweet home for the next couple of nights. This is a really nice sized room. And oh, let me show you the bathroom. What is the bathroom? Look at this tub. So nice. And they have products from, I don't think I've ever gotten clear on how to pronounce that name. If it's Davines, Davines, Davinates. I have no idea, but I do like their products. Let's see. Oh, a little welcome gift. A little fruit plate. This is so bright. Sorry. No, there we go. Isn't that lovely? I could definitely use that banana. Oh, it feels nice to sit not on an airplane. Well, I had, sorry, the TV is right here. I had another interesting flight situation. So I get to the Vegas airport. I checked in online and everything. I go to my gate. I'm hanging out there. And then all of a sudden there's an announcement, which is a little nerve-wracking. It was like, you know, for my flight number, whatever, I don't remember, like 422. If you got a cancellation notice, your flight is not canceled. I was like, what does that mean? So I'm like looking around, everyone's looking confused, of course. And then all of a sudden I go onto the Delta app, I flew Delta, and it says that I'm flying to Milwaukee. And I was like, what is going on? So apparently we had to refuel in Milwaukee and then continue on to JFK. I was like, I'm so confused. Like, are we on a small plane? What's happening? Did this plane just like get in and we've run out of fuel in Vegas? We have to turn around and leave and get, I was like, why is this happening? So when we got onto the plane, the pilot actually explained, he was like, when there's such excessive heat, which we've been experiencing in Vegas, it takes a lot of energy for the plane to take off. So they basically were like, we had to decide whether or not we were going to refuel or like kick off like 30 passengers or something for the wait. And I was like, wow, I'd never heard of that before. And I was like, you know, I guess I don't really travel from Vegas like in the summertime too often, although I feel like I have. I don't know, that's never happened to me before, but we had to refuel in Milwaukee. So my travel time, you know, we were delayed at both ends or whatever. My travel time was probably like an extra 2 hours. So not horrible if you think about what we had to do. But yeah, so that was my travel this morning. Very similar to my travel to Rome when, yeah, that was completely like changed and rerouted or whatever. But I am here now. And I was actually supposed to get my hair cut this evening, but it just got too late, and I actually probably could have made it, but I was like, I just don't know, and I don't want to keep Joey, my hairstylist, I don't want to keep him there. So we're just going to do it tomorrow on set. He's going to cut my, you know, wash and cut my hair tomorrow. So I'm actually going to go meet a friend. Oh, my friend Jen. My yoga friend Jen, the one that came to visit me. And we went to that freestyle concert, the one that I went to Morocco with. I'm meeting her for dinner. We are actually going to meet at this Thai restaurant called Tuk Tuk. And it's a Thai restaurant that I have not been to since I lived here, because I used to live in Long Island City, which is the part of Queens. People always get confused because when I say Long Island City, they assume I lived on Long Island. That's not the case. It's like a sliver of Queens that's like very close to, it's actually right next to the East River. It's across the East River from Manhattan. Anyway, so we're meeting there and we're going to Tuk Tuk for Thai. And I have not been there since I lived there, which is where I lived right before I moved to Vegas. So I'm excited. I was like, I can't believe that's still there. It's still there. So we're going to check that out. And Jen lives in Queens. So I was like, where can we go that's kind of like halfway? So that's where we're going to meet. And that's it. Actually, I need to like charge up my phone, charge up all my devices. I don't know. I was going to say do something with my hair, but probably not. Brush my teeth. There's nothing like travel breath. Am I right? And that's it. So I'll take you along to Tuk Tuk. we didn't end up going to Tuk Tuk, the Thai restaurant in LIC, because it was closed. And I don't know, I thought on Google it said it was open. So, I mean, I don't think it's like closed down. I think it was just closed for the evening. So we ended up walking up Vernon Boulevard, which is like the main strip in LIC, and went to, oh my gosh, I don't even think I caught the name, but they had ramen. So Jen and I were like, ramen, let's do it. So we had some shrimp teriyaki buns to start, and then I got a kimchi ramen, which is still pretty much burning the inside of my mouth, and Jen got a spicy vegetable ramen. Very, very good. She really enjoyed hers. I really enjoyed mine. I am so full. So full. And I think I forgot to take footage of the ramen when it came. So here's some footage of the ramen after we pretty much demolished it. I usually drink more of the soup than eat the stuff because I really like ramen soup. However, the kimchi ramen was so spicy, like I had to stop. Like, I think I had like a rash on my lips. I don't even know if you guys can tell. But my lips do they look like really red? They feel really red. Anyway, I'm back at the hotel. I am now, like, the whole day of traveling and the two-legged plane ride here is catching up to me. So I'm going to pass out. It is about 9:30 here, which means it's about 6:30 at home. But I'm tired anyway, so I'm going to go to sleep. And that's it. I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, friends. I did not sleep well last night. Well, as you know, I fell asleep early for West Coast time, so I think my body thought I was napping. I woke up in the middle of the night, excuse me, and I could not fall back asleep for a long while. And now, of course, when I have to be up, I'm exhausted. I could sleep for another 10 hours. Oh, what's that? What is this? This is like above my bed. Let's see what this is. I feel like I'm gonna set off an alarm. Oh. Oh. I have red lights over my bed. That's kind of, kinky. Okay. Anyway, well, I have to get going. I have to be at the photo shoot location at 11, and it is, I don't know, it's like 8:15 or something. So I just realized there's no coffee in the room, so I have to call for some. Oh God, excuse me. So I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna call for coffee, shower. Thankfully I don't have to wash my hair because they're gonna do that, so that'll be fast. And it is swampy outside. Apparently it's been raining. I don't think it's raining now. And it's warm, but not as warm as Vegas. Here is my outfit for the day. I brought along my Montclair raincoat because it's supposed to be drizzling here and it's very, very thin, so even though it is warm out, it should be fine. I've got my Prada mules on, and I just have my cropped wide leg Everlane pants on, and my is this COS or Everlane? This is COS. This is my short sleeve linen button front shirt. Doesn't really matter because I think they're gonna have clothing for me for the photo shoot. And what else? I had to pack a pair of jeans and a pair of casual trousers, so I brought another pair of casual trousers. I figured these kind of count for that, but I brought another pair just in case. So that's it. I'm going to grab a lift and head on over to the photo shoot.
done with the shoot. That was so much fun. I wish I got more shots of me actually getting my photo taken, but there was nowhere to prop up my phone and I didn't want to ask anyone to do it. So anyway, okay, I'm heading back to the hotel and then I'm meeting my friend for dinner.
Good morning. There was so much hairspray in my hair that I woke up and it looks like almost the same. I guess that's a good thing. It is bright and early. I actually have no idea what time it is. It feels bright and early. Let me check. Oh my gosh, where's my phone? Oh, it's 7:30. Okay, it's not that it's not that early. Although for me, it's actually 4:30. I'm not leaving until the afternoon today, and I had big plans for this morning, but I'm tired. I have some work to do, so I think I'm just gonna stay in the hotel room. I'm gonna order in room service, which, you know, in New York it seems like a travesty. I should just go out, but I love room service. I love room service. It's one of my favorite things about staying in a hotel. So I'm gonna order room service and I'm gonna do work. Just try and catch up. I still feel like I'm catching up from my other trip. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm sitting here looking at the room service menu, trying to figure out what I want. I also love breakfast, so I'm very excited at all of these options. All of their quote-unquote light start things, like the yogurt and granola, I can't usually have because of the nuts. I'm allergic to nuts. The acai bowl has avocado and cashew butter. Can't have that. Steel cut Irish oats, cashew butter. Can't have that. Maybe it's the matcha pancakes. I don't usually do pancakes. I feel like I'm like hungry within like a few hours when I have pancakes or French toast or waffles, something like that. So that's probably not the right choice. Okay, I'll do the BEC. Yeah, and then I did order a latte here yesterday, and it came in like a teacup. And I was like, that is not enough. So maybe I'll get a pot of coffee. Okay, order is placed. Can I just tell you, we're gonna continue my morning rambles segment here in my hotel room. Can I tell you, I am obsessed with the Formula One Drive to Survive show on Netflix. I know it's been out for like 5 seasons, but Formula One is coming to Las Vegas, and I do really enjoy car racing. I used to watch NASCAR a lot. Kind of fell off, and I grew up in a part of Jersey where they had this place called Raceway Park, and my older brother used to be really, really into, not like motocross, it's like the bicycle version, BMX. I was like, what is the name of it? So BMX. He used to really be into BMX, and so I would tag along and go to Raceway Park with him, and I don't think it's there anymore. And they would have like funny car races. I don't even know if they call them races because they just go down a strip. They had all these like different moto sports, basically, and I would watch them, and I think it must have left a lasting impression on me because I really love like car racing. So anyway, I've been obsessively watching Formula One, and yeah, it's so good. I downloaded the second, so I watched the first season when I got home from Europe. So I watched the first season and got totally sucked in and downloaded the second season to watch you know, on the plane right here. And I'm pretty much through the second season because I cannot put it down. So I have to download the third season for the plane ride home. But yeah, it's so good. And I really didn't know, well, there are a few things I did not know. One, exactly how fast those cars went. I did not realize that they went in excess of like 200 miles per hour. That is very fast. And then I also didn't realize, I guess I just never thought about it. I was, you know, as I started watching this, I was like, how do you get into Formula One racing? Like, it doesn't seem like something you can just, you know, take up, because these men, there are actually no female drivers, which I'm surprised about. But these men start driving, they're like 19, 20. Like, how do you get into Formula? Because you can't drive, you know, until a certain age. Anyway, I did not realize there was this huge, like, karting, like, thing. And I guess in Europe, I don't know if it's a big thing here in the U.S. It must be. So you see all these like little kids in these go-karts, which are basically just like mini Formula One cars, and I guess that's what feeds Formula One. Anyway, I also didn't realize there was a Formula Two. I mean, just learning so many things. And I also didn't realize that there's only 10 teams, 2 drivers each, so there's only 20 Formula One drivers. Talk about being like the tippy top, or the creme de la, you know, the creme de la creme of your industry to become a Formula One driver. That's like insane. There's only 20. That's it. No more, no less. I just, it's so intense, and it's just, I mean, I think they must have contracts of some sort, but it seems like as soon as your performance just isn't up to snuff, they just trade you out. Like, it seems very cutthroat. Anyway, I guess that's why the name of the show is Drive to Survive, because it's really, it's very dramatic. Very, very dramatic. Anyway, I've been loving that. Have you guys been watching? I think it's so good. So good. So anyway, I'm only on, so season 2 covers 2019, and I'm interested to see how seasons 3 and 4 play out, since that's, you know, when the pandemic hit. And, you know, as a driver, I mean, you're just sitting in a car alone. I'm sure it's fine, but they probably weren't racing in front of anyone. There were probably no crowds or whatever. So, yeah, I'm interested to see what happens. Anyway, that's what I've been watching obsessively. And my husband, who's like, who could not care less about cars and racing or whatever, he's watching me watch this, and he's like, are you getting obsessed with Formula One? I'm like, baby, why? He's like, oh God. He's like, are you going to want to race cars? I'm like, maybe. Why? Anyway, well, my food should be here in 30 to 40 minutes, they said. So, oh, I wanted to talk about this hotel a little bit, because I know there's so many hotels in New York. The prices range vastly. And I have to be honest, I don't know how much this room costs, because the photo shoot that I did, you know, was with my hairstylist company or whatever. So they paid for my flight. They paid for this hotel room. And that's it. Not that that's it, but that's what they covered. Anyway, so I don't know actually how much this hotel room is. But I will say that this hotel, the people working here are so nice. It almost doesn't feel like New York, because generally in New York, I don't think people, I'm from New York, so I don't think the people here are rude necessarily, unlike the reputation that they have. But I do feel like they're all about efficiency. Just everyone's always dealing with a lot of things all the time here. And so they don't have time for small talk, whatever. I get that. However, the people here, I feel like I'm not in New York. Just, hi, how are you? You know, just very nice, very, very friendly. Yeah, just everyone. So I've been really impressed with that. And when I have had to call down to the front desk for whatever reason, just really, really helpful. And yeah, so 2 huge thumbs up for that. The room that I'm in, I believe, is I don't know if they call it a suite. They called it a junior, but it's a pretty big room, I have to say. I showed it to you when I walked in, but now that I'm in bed, let me just show you, and excuse the mess, let me just show you like the size of this room. So the door where I walk in is over there. That's the bathroom straight ahead. And then that's like the little closet. That's my luggage. And like, look how this room is, it's very sizable. This is bigger. The actual room size is bigger than the room I stayed in when I was here in May, when I stayed at the Addition. That room had like a table and a little couch. So that room was like just laid out differently. But I didn't have this much like room in front of or next to the bed. And yeah, it's just a really great size. Like I don't feel like in a typical New York City hotel room, I don't feel like, you know, I can touch all four walls standing in one place. So it's great. The bathroom is really nice, which you guys saw when I came in. So yeah, this is the Standard in the East Village. So this is the one on Cooper Square, and it's great location. So you're just a few blocks north of Nolita, of Soho. You're basically, I guess, technically in the East Village, but, you know, the Village is like right there. What's north of us? Union Square is just north of us. Gramercy Park is just north of us. So, yeah, it's a great location. Great location. So, I have to say it, I would recommend this hotel, the Standard, East Village. And I haven't stayed at the Standard in the Meatpacking, which I think was the first Standard here in New York, and it's the huge one. It's a huge building. I think it's still there. The one in Meatpacking. Anyway, I do remember when the Standard opened, which was a long time ago, when the Standard opened on in the Meatpacking district. It was like the hot, the hot hotel to stay in, and I never stayed there. I've been there to eat or whatever, but I've never stayed at that one. But this one here in the East Village is quite nice. All right, breakfast has arrived in like 15 minutes, super fast. So I ended up getting a green juice. There's my pot of coffee, egg and cheese. Oh, but this looks great.